Chris mentioned he was doing this event. Justin and I had the same idea at the same time. We'd love to be a part of it. We'd love to let you guys relax and tell your story and let us kind of worry about the logistics. And so we're here, and just as Justin said, we're just really, really glad to be here, be a part of this, and happy to feature you and be able to tell everyone the great work you're doing and the great town you're doing it in.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Chris, we want to hear from you now. You're about to introduce one of the prominent members of the Holly Springs community, Randy. I would love to hear, what is your experience with Randy? Who is this guy?
Sure. So Randy, he is the town manager of Holly Springs. We're super excited to have him. I think Randy, you've been with the town for a little over a year now, or how long has it been?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years, yeah. So co-working has been a public-private partnership. We've worked very closely with the town of Holly Springs to launch this and to get to where we are today.
Beautiful.
Also, we're going to be moving co-working into the block on Main, and that is also a public-private partnership. So we are super excited that we have this partnership with the town. The town has treated us so well, and we could not do what we've done without them. So definitely wanted to give them the opportunity to talk a little bit about what's going on in Holly Springs and kind of what this partnership's been like, because we really do appreciate them and everything they've done for us.
Right. So Randy, you have the opportunity now to cut the virtual ribbon. Okay.
Hey.
This is what it is. Start with this. Where is Holly Springs at, and where is Holly Springs heading? Just give us a little bit of a picture.
Yeah. Thanks, Justin. Holly Springs is a community of about 40,000 individuals right outside of kind of the Raleigh metro, as part of the Raleigh metro area here in Wake County, North Carolina. Also part of that Research Triangle region here in North Carolina. And it's a really fantastic, wonderful, family-friendly community. We've got about, again, like I said, 40,000 residents. We're the #1 safest community in North Carolina. That's 2 years running, something that we're really proud of. And the thing that I like to talk a lot about, and this I think reflects a lot of the conversation here today and the work that the co-working station is doing, is that I talk a lot about Holly Springs being a community with a lot of momentum. We all know that in business and in sports and life, momentum means everything. Mm-hmm. And we're a community that has really strong business growth. We've got this really strong downtown development going on and high quality development, and a lot of that with what you're going to hear a little bit today here from Chris Harrell. We have a new UNC Rex hospital being built just a couple blocks from our downtown area. Really exciting. A new ice sportsplex and iceplex prep school in the works. So some really great features that are coming to town. Again, that momentum and pretty strong population growth. And really, I think all this leads to is Holly Springs has been a really has developed a really strong reputation here in the Wake County area as really just a wonderful place to live and grow a business.
So Randy, I know that Holly Springs has gone from something very small to something really big. So how have you been able to handle that growth and support that growth and still kind of keep that small town safe feel that it's famous for?
And that is important to our community. We want to retain those small town characteristics and quality, and that goes into how we develop. And but we also know that we have those growth pressures, and so we are going to grow. But it is very important to retain those small town values and qualities. And so I give a lot of credit to the mayor and councils and previous councils who really set out, I think, a great vision of trying to keep up with infrastructure, trying to promote business growth and business partnerships, and that all together has really fueled our popularity.
Well, and I think it's a testament also to the citizens. I mean, talking to Chris about the initial startup, and I'm sure you'll hear more about this soon, but the initial design that they put forth and the citizens saying, no, that ain't quite it. And then all of a sudden putting forth a design that was more homey and more downtown feeling and had a bit of a vibe to it. And people say, no, that's our Holly Springs. And that's the Holly Springs that we want. And a testament to Chris and his team for actually pivoting in the direction of what the community this is a co-creation. And I love that it is a private and public partnership done well. Yeah. Those done well is beautiful. And I love that. So what I want to hear, and then we'll turn it over to Chris. What are you excited about for the co-working station? What about this excites you?
Well, I think small business and entrepreneurship is really just a foundational component of any community. And we're really proud to have folks like Chris and John Harrell who, they're really innovative and have that strong entrepreneur spirit, and they're great community leaders as well. And that's the type of business that you want in your community, and particularly in the downtown community. So we're really, proud that, back in 2016 that when the town was looking to start this co-working type concept, and we had a great partner like Chris and John Harrell, who came together and have created something that has added to the vibrancy of downtown. We've become a model for other communities in terms of providing this type of opportunity. So it's just been a fantastic and tremendous impact in our community, and really helped to grow business and incubate and really help folks get off the ground. It's been a great partnership. We really enjoyed it.
Beautiful. Randy, thank you. Thanks for hopping on and doing this virtual ribbon cutting with us. We really appreciate you. We're welcome to stick on. If there are any questions, and I don't know what your day looks like, but if there are any questions, we would ask you that you put them in the Facebook Live chat, please. And then we can get to some of those questions for Randy, for Chris, for Nikki, for Ashley, any member of the team, or just for Dave and I, what makes my beard look so good. I will answer all of those here for you. But thanks again, Randy. We really appreciate having you.
Thank you. I'll stay on a couple more minutes, and I do have to jump off, but it's been a pleasure, and really appreciate the opportunity to be on here.
We really look forward to seeing you when that's possible.
Great.
Right. Yeah. Perfect. So, Chris, now we're going into the meat and potatoes, right? We had a good appetizer. Randy gave us a really good show on the start here. What is this project all about? Go ahead. Over to you.
Sure. So, we kind of have two different things going on. We are co-working station. We're moving into the block on Main, which is a brand new development in downtown Holly Springs. So I'm going to share my screen real quick and kind of give you a quick overview of what that looks like, and tell you a little bit about the block on Main before I tell you about co-working station, so you can just kind of get a better feel for the setting. So if you see here, this is a rendering we have of the block on Main. It is a 55,000 square foot mixed use building. So it's going to be a mix of both office space and retail space. We've got some restaurants signed up. We've got a yoga studio. We got clothing stores, things like that from the retail side. But co-working is going to be one of the major office tenants in that space. We're going to take up roughly 10,600 square feet of space there. And we'll be the whole kind of second floor, or not the whole second floor, but the majority of the second floor on that building. So I'll kind of take you through a slide real quick that'll kind of show you a little bit about that. So this here is the Avent Ferry wing of the building, and we are going to be on the second floor of that entire Avent Ferry wing. And then there's a new road called West Roger Street that was just built that you'll see kind of going along that way that we'll be in as well. So we're super excited to kind of get the block opened up and underway. We're looking at October of this year opening our doors, as long as there's no more construction delays, but that's what we're hoping for. So yeah, and I'll get some more details on co-working as we go here, but just wanted to give a kind of high level overview about the block on Main and what's going on there.
Beautiful. And Holly Springs, I got to say, good job on picking this design. I don't know what the last one looked like, but this one is beautiful. Great work. And I'm excited to see that develop. All right, continue.
Thank you. Yeah, so when it comes to co-working, I want to tell you a little bit about who we are and, what we're all about. So little history, I am one of the founders of co-working. My brother is the other founder. This was actually originally, I think we had talked the other day, I told you John is the dreamer, I'm the dream crusher. So this is one of the dreams of John that I let slip through the gate. And so a lot of credit to him for making this come to fruition. So we started the co-working in about 2016. Previous to that, we've owned a few different companies. We've both been 50-50 partners in pretty much everything we do. And our first company was a company called Lighthouse Lab Services that catered to the clinical laboratory industry. And we had the fortune to be able to grow that company. We started off doing some recruiting services. We eventually expanded and started doing some consulting. We were buying and selling laboratories as well. We were setting laboratories up from scratch and doing all kinds of stuff in that clinical lab space. And like I said, we were fortunate enough to grow that. We had a private equity group come in recently, and they made us an offer we couldn't refuse. So we ended up.
Oh, those are the nice ones.
Yeah, so we were very happy about that. They were some great guys. We felt really comfortable with them. And so through that transition, this happened in November of this year. I've kind of taken an exit, and I'm focusing all my energy now on co-working in the block. And John, my brother, is still with the new company and continue to help them grow as well. So he still has a hand here as well. But so now I'm kind of transitioning a little bit and really getting a chance to focus on this.
So Chris, what about co-working actually resonates for you? Why co-working? And my second is, why Holly Springs? What about Holly Springs do you love?
Sure. So why co-working? It's kind of funny the way we got started. We had some office space and we had an extra office or two, and we were renting it out. And somewhere along the way, the town of Holly Springs put out a proposal saying, "Hey, we're looking to bring co-working to the town of Holly Springs." And we looked at ourselves and we said, "Hey, we're kind of doing co-working right now, not the same scale and all the same amenities that we currently offer now." We said, "I think we could do this." And like I said, me and my brother are both serial entrepreneurs. There's very few opportunities we don't think we can handle. So our wives love that about us. No, they don't. But so that's kind of how it was born. And we ended up putting in a proposal for to run the co-working. We ended up winning the proposal, and that's how we kind of got into co-working. But in regards to why Holly Springs, we were in Connecticut. We knew we wanted to move. I personally, I've never been a fan of the cold weather. I don't like the high cost of living up there. There's a lot of things I didn't like about.
Sure, I'm from Canada, so I can relate to the cold weather piece. I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, so we were nerds about it. We made a spreadsheet and we put every single statistic and category on that spreadsheet that you can think of. And we knew we wanted to be in the Southeast U.S. So we put every major metro area in the Southeast. And through that process, we narrowed it down to Charlotte and Raleigh. We went and visited both cities, both great cities, but we put it to a vote. We had several families all moving down together at once. Raleigh ended up being the winner. And then beyond that, we started looking at the different suburbs and communities within the Raleigh area. And Holly Springs just had really everything going on for it that we appreciated. We're family men, we saw great school systems, super safe, cost of living was fantastic, and it's just a new, vibrant, growing community that we really want to be a part of.
So I can see that a co-working space can just be a space, but there's a way that you're bringing your particular values to the space. And there's a couple of them I just want to point out and let you talk a bit more of. One of them is just the family values. I mean, it sounds like a silly thing, but the fact is you actually came as a family, and I could feel that in your vibe, and also just kind of that entrepreneurial spirit. So how are you bringing that into the space that you're creating here?
Sure. Yeah, no, that's a great question. We are different than a lot of the co-working spaces. I think if you walk into some of them, you will feel a bit more of a corporate vibe to them.
Yeah.
That's not really what we're all about. We're kind of in it for the little guy and trying to help the small businesses, the solo entrepreneurs, those types of companies kind of get started and grow their business. So that's really who we've catered to and what the type of tenants that we've attracted.
Yeah.
To us, it's just super important to just attract really good, high quality people that just want to contribute to our community and share the same values that we value.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So what is co-working exactly? And let's pivot into how this actually fits for people. What is co-working? And we can go back into the next phase here.
Sure. So to kind of give you a broad definition of co-working, we say co-working is not just about sharing of a workspace. It's about belonging to a community. Accessibility and sustainability.
There you go.
Is a way of working and sharing ideas. They're designed to provide a productive and collaborative environment for freelancers, business owners, small businesses, and the community. So apologize, I'm reading that, but that's kind of what we look to and try to embrace that. We're all about, it's kind of sharing is the big key word in there. So it's a shared space. We're sharing our kitchens, our bathrooms, our break rooms, our open workspaces. But even more importantly than that, it's the sharing of ideas. It's inspiring each other. It's motivating each other. It's taking someone that is starting a new business that maybe isn't experienced as some other business owners and helping that person to kind of know the different steps of the process they need to go through and helping them out and trying to get them to a place where they need to be.
Well, and there is no substitute for bumping into each other, right? Creating this hive where the activity and mentorship happens, ideas happen, and all of those things flow. And I think you're creating such a beautiful environment for that.
Yeah, absolutely. It really is. We see it in our space. Someone comes in here, an accountant comes in, and all of a sudden, half the people that are members of co-working are using that person as their accountant. So you just can't help it when you're bumping into somebody every day. You like that person, you trust that person. Sure, why wouldn't I work with you as opposed to working with somebody else I don't know?
Yeah.
So I have a batting practice fastball for your question here. So here it comes. So part of it is I'm sure a lot of the people that are considering co-working spaces are working at home right now and they're working on their own.
Correct.
So is there a point where you think, and I think, is this really worth it? I'm doing okay. I'm not paying anything. I got all those things. So what do you think? Is there a way that people can judge when I'm ready to make the move from my just working from home to working to a co-working space?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I don't want to say co-working's for everybody. There's certain people that like just working from home. They can stay super focused and that works for them, and that's fine. But I know for myself, I tried doing it for about 6 months, a couple of years back, and I hated it. I couldn't, I tried working from home. I was in the kitchen every 5 minutes. I was looking at sports scores. I just wasn't staying as motivated and inspired as I typically am in a workspace. So I really feel like if you're trying to take your company to the next level, it's tough to do that from home by yourself.
Yep.
If you surround yourself with other business leaders, other people that are going to inspire you and motivate you every day, and you see other people succeeding, you can't help but wanting to follow that same path. So I really feel like we've seen a lot of members come in here and they've been able to take their company to the next level.
Wow.
That's beautiful. Well said.
Round two, will you be a presence there? Will you pick your brain?
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I'm here every day. Stop by. You can't help but bump into me when I'm here.
That's beautiful. That's amazing. All right. So anything else you want to say about the actual co-working station before we pass it over to Ashley? What else do you got?
Yes. Yeah. Hold on one second. I'm going to share my scrend again. There was a few things I wanted to go over before we turn this over to Ashley real quick. So wanted to talk a little bit more about who we are as a co-working facility. So we're a flexible membership-based workspace that fosters to a community of like-minded business professionals and provides them with the tools and resources to grow both personally and professionally. And so you can see our mission statement on that screen right there. I won't read that all word for word, but just a few things that I kind of wanted to touch on based on that. So a flexible membership-based workspace. So kind of what that means. We want to be flexible. We're in it to help the small guy win, right? So we're not in it to sign long 5-7 year lease terms with our members. A lot of times if they're using our open cafe workspace, they can just go month to month and they don't have to worry about all this overhead, all this long-term commitment, because they don't know what their company is going to look like a year from now, 5 years from now. And then in addition to that, we have all kinds of different memberships. If you want to start out as just an open workspace, you want to start out as a small office, a large office, the great flexibility it gives you is it gives you the chance to grow without having to commit to anything up front. So if you want to start as a team of 1, but in a year you think you're going to be a team of 10, great. You can just keep adding additional office spaces and you can do all that without having to think, okay, 2 years from now, I'm in 1,000 square feet, I'm going to need 3,000 square feet. So now I got to go buy 3,000 square feet. So it just gives a lot of flexibility when it comes to that.
Yeah, it can shrink and grow with you, which I love. That's beautiful.
That's right. Exactly. So yeah, that's kind of the basics and the main point I wanted to get across. So yeah, I'm happy to turn things over to Ashley, and she can tell you a little bit more about our new space and what that's going to look like.
Okay, so who is this Ashley that you're about to introduce us to? And what do you love about what she brings to the co-working station?
Sure. Ashley just brings this energy and this attitude to co-working that just everybody loves. She's been with us for a little over 2 years now. I've never gotten a complaint about her. I only get compliments about her. So it's kind of frustrating because I can never yell at her because they just only give her compliments. So she really does such an awesome job of just, like I said, she's a community manager for us, and the main responsibility of the community manager is to create that community.
Yes.
And so she just does a fabulous job of doing that, and we couldn't do it without her. So I'll bring her on the screen. She's expecting her first child for the first time.
Congratulations.
So we're super excited to have a co-working baby into the family.
So
I'm gonna swing things over here to Ashley and let her talk to you real quick.
All right. And we're still seeing the slideshow. Perfect.
Here I am.
Congratulations,
Hello.
Ashley.
That's great.
Thank you. We're excited. It's a little girl, so.
I have 2 girls. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and they are just amazing. So enjoy the journey.
Awesome. Cool. So like Chris said, I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about what the space will look like at the new location. So I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So our goal for the next location at the block is really just to make it our kind of vibe we're going for. We're saying industrial contemporary. Okay. So very just open ceilings, open workspaces. We're going to have, some leather couches, concrete floors, glass, a lot of metal elements, Here's some more pictures that you can see. But we just want to kind of warm the space up with some, area rugs, and we're going to have some garage doors on our conference rooms, which are going to be a really nice feature.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and so just bringing in, plants and things to just make the space super contemporary.
So what do you want people to feel when they're in this space, right? Because I can tell that you're passionate about the space design and the layout and how it all actually fits. When people walk in there, what do you want them to feel? What do you want their experience to be?
I think we want it to be inviting, number one. We want it to feel like, oh, here we are. Okay. We want it to be inviting. We want it to be kind of inspiring. So like people feel motivated when they come in.
Yes.
People feel warm. It's like a warm environment, a welcoming place. Like Chris said, we're different from other co-working spaces in that sense. We get all the time people are like, I went to the Regis down the road and they just were very corporate, but here you feel like, oh, people actually want to get to know me and they care about me. And so I think that's a really, a big thing for us. We want people to just feel that when they walk in the space. So.
Well, and I love that they have someone like you actually focused on building that vibe, because that doesn't happen just by accident, right? Mm-hmm. This is, you're really creating that atmosphere for these people to thrive. And I think that's beautiful.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to share my screen one more time and show you kind of the floor plan and go through what that's going to look like. Oh, here we are. Okay. So I know this is a lot to kind of process, but when so to the very left of the picture, there's like a little cafe area.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be kind of street level. It'll be the second floor of the building. It's going to be like a Starbucks type of feel. So we're going to have beer on tap in there. We'll have coffee. It'll be just like an open workspace for people to meet or work. And then as you walk into the space, we'll have just an open workspace. So that'll be where kind of the open ceilings are. We'll have some phone booths. So if people do need to take phone calls, they can hop in a phone booth and have a private call. That'll be where our couches are. That'll be, where our kind of welcome desk is. So when people come in, there'll be a face there to welcome them, give them a tour, help them get set up. And then as you move to the right of the diagram, we have some conference rooms. So that's, we'll have the garage doors there. We'll have, they're very flexible. We'll have 3 of them. So you can, hold a small meeting, you can hold a large meeting. So we wanted to keep that as flexible as possible.
And then, people would just be able to book those, right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
So we actually have a booking app, so they can do that right on the app, which is really convenient. And then as you move further along, we're going to have some small offices, some huddle rooms. So if you just need to pop in for a quick meeting, you can do that as well. We'll have some cubicle type desks. So people that are need a designated spot throughout the day, they can sit and have a space there. And then we're going to, as you can see around the outside of this space, we're going to have 41 offices. So everything that ranges from, 80 square feet all the way up to over 150. So we're going to be able to accommodate a lot of different business types. And we'll have some little small offices as well that are basically little pocket square type offices that they'll be about 50 square feet. So just kind of a little space with a door that people can, work from. And I think that we have a lot of flexibility and a lot of options for people. So I think that that's going to be just another benefit to
And you're willing to work with these businesses to craft and tailor a response to what they need. So just one quick question, and I know Dave has a question as well. Those spaces, are those dedicated offices that you would actually be able to, secure and, put your stuff in and lock and unlock and that type of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the office space we do that on a monthly basis. We encourage a 12-month lease, but so that would be the dedicated member's office. And then for the open workspace is more of the flex space where you can come in and float. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yep.
Yeah, I was actually just going to compliment you rather than ask you a question. And that is that you've done just a beautiful job, not just to give options, but that people can have the privacy. We want the privacy, and then they could have the just bumping up against each other and the ideas that you have, and that just really design that to make whatever people need in the moment available in that moment.
Yep, and we really were going for like the glass doors and the glass kind of office spaces as well, just to encourage that interaction. So when you see people in the offices, you can, wave to them, knock on their door, kind of create more of that community vibe rather than like a brown, typical office door.
And will you also be doing in-house events to encourage the mixing? What do you have in mind?
Yeah, definitely. So we're looking at, lunch and learns. We're looking at doing community events monthly. I know Nikki's going to kind of talk a little bit more about this, but definitely like a regular kind of schedule to get people together to have that interaction and encourage that.
Beautiful. Awesome. Anything else you want to share?
I think that was it for me. I think Chris might pop back on and introduce Nikki.
Sure. Yeah, Chris, we want to hear about who's coming next here. So we have Nikki up. What do you love about what Nikki brings to the space? Who is she? What's she all about?
Sure. Yeah. So Nikki is a little bit newer. She's been with us for 4 or 5 months, something like that now. And so, what we were talking about yesterday, we preach character. That's a huge thing for us. And so we have a pretty extensive interview process. So we put her through the ringer. We put Ashley through the ringer. Everybody we've hired through the ringer. And so, it was very obvious to us when we went through this process there. She just exuded that character and the same values that we value. And so she's just been such an awesome addition to the space. Similar to Ashley, she's just such a warm, inviting presence. Our members love her. They just feel right at home when she's there. And, when she's not there, when it's just me walking around, people are like, where's Nikki? So I really got to hand it to them. They really do a great job just creating that environment that we're trying to create.
Sure. That's beautiful. All right. Well, we're ready for you, Nikki.
Okay, Nikki, come on down.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, well, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of our memberships and about kind of what we provide and what makes us a great place to work.
All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Yep, we are.
That's beautiful.
So our space is obviously located in downtown Holly Springs. So we have kind of all of those amenities that are associated with that. There's great restaurants in downtown. There's great community. There's lots of events that happen. So that's a great space to be located in. I think that's a huge benefit to people to be downtown, to have a good location. We also have just kind of more things like 24/7 access. So people have keyless access. They can enter the space without a community manager there. So no limitations on that. We have high-speed fiber internet that is awesome. So you don't ever have to worry about that. Our office spaces are furnished. So that's a really nice thing as well. A lot of people come in and say, oh, I'm so glad that I don't have to lug all my stuff over here, but if they wanted to, they're welcome to. And we allow our members to really customize their offices. So we encourage them to, hang shelves on the wall and bring in a rug and just do all sorts of stuff that makes it a comfortable space for them. And that shows their character, because we love having that in the space. Obviously, it's a great way for people to show who they are and get to know others. And so we love that. And we have a couple other things like free printing. We give meeting space credits. So our members can book the conference room with credits they have that come with their membership. And then they can always add on more if they want to. We also have a business address and mailboxes that our members can use. We do have specifically just a mailbox plan, which allows members to just use our physical address and come with their mail. Yeah, so we do have a couple of people that do that currently, and they really love it because they can come in without having to ask us. Even if the door's locked, they can come in with their keyless access and they can grab their mail and they can go.
Smart.
Yeah, so we do love that, and it's nice to have more people in the space that way as well. And we get to know those people too. Even if they're in here for 5 minutes during the day, we love to see them. So we have, I know this has been mentioned, but we have coffee and beer in our space that is complimentary to our members. Yeah. And we always bring, we have other stuff as well. So there might be a day that we, bring a box of, cupcakes or donuts or whatever. We'll have free food floating around, little perks like that kind of remind our members we care about you. We, enjoy having you here. And so little treats along the way are fun. And then all of our utilities are included in pricing. We have a cleaning service that comes, and obviously we have endless networking opportunities for all of our members. And that's our favorite thing about co-working, is that people meet so many other business owners and entrepreneurs and people that they might never get the chance to meet unless they were in a space that brings them all together. So that's always huge for us. So yeah, you can go to the next one. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the events that we do and that we're planning on doing, because I know that was a question that you asked. And so a big thing for us is we want to make sure that when people come in to the space every day, they're excited about what's going to be happening, that they're excited about coming into work, and even on days when there's not events, but because they know that we care for them and we take care of them. And so we're going to do a variety of events that are, personal, that are business focused, that are about advancing our members, but also about just having fun in the space and getting to know the other people that work there. So obviously, like we've said, that's a huge thing for us and a big piece of co-working. So we don't want to miss that. One thing we've talked about doing is chair massages, having a masseuse come in and just
you let me know what days those are. I'll make the trip to Holly Springs.
Yeah, we want to make it fun. We want to make sure our members.
Who thinks up of stuff? I mean, is anyone Cabinet Authority say, I want to bring in a chair massage, or I want to,
I'm pretty sure that was Ashley's idea. So
yeah, that sounds like Ashley.
A little bit more about that. But we just want it to be fun and exciting.
I can see she's going to want that chair massage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We just want it to be exciting, and we want it to be fun, and we just want it to be an environment where people feel like they're not just going to work, but they're also maybe going to have some fun along the way. So that's important to us.
I bet you throw a great party.
Yeah, I think so. We had just last week we did an anniversary party over Zoom with our members. We delivered cupcakes to them, cupcakes and wine, and we all got on and celebrated 4 years of co-working. So we really try to make sure that we don't miss that stuff, and we want to make sure people feel.
So it really is. People talk about a family. It really feels like you're getting a family there.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, when I was dropping off cupcakes at houses, people would come out and, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long, and I got to see their families and their dogs and whatever. But it's fun to get to be in a community, a small community within Holly Springs.
Right. Well, and as Dave and I know, I mean, when you're having fun as an entrepreneur, that's when you're actually winning. So you're having fun, but that's not a byproduct or a side thing. When you're enjoying your work, you bring your best work. You're more creative, more collaborative. All of that opens up, and that's just science, right? That's how it works. So well done.
That's how it is. Thank you. Yeah, we're excited about that. And with our new space, we'll have more room and more resources and more ability to do more events. So we're really looking forward to having monthly, weekly events that our members can love. So
beautiful. Yeah. What else do you got for us?
So I'm going to talk about our plans and our pricing. I'm going to pull this actually up on the screen because
that's helpful.
It's easier for people to see. But we have day passes for people who want to use the space on just random days. We have a lot of people that do this because they're not exactly sure when they are going to use the space, and these passes don't expire. They're not like within a month or within 2 months. So we would say it's within a year, but we let people buy passes, and then if they want to use it, next week they can. If they want to use it tomorrow, they can. So that's a nice way to, like we said, provide flexibility, because that's huge for our members. We have a cafe plan that gives you a little bit more. That's monthly, so that's full access throughout the month. You can come whenever you want, and you get all of the amenities, and you even get a little bit of meeting space credit. So, and then it just goes up from there. So a designated desk is, adds on to the cafe plan, but you get a desk that you yourself get to leave your stuff at. It's not a private office, but it's a desk that's yours, and you can leave your stuff or not if you don't want to. But you always have a place to work and the same place to work every day. So that's a nice thing. We have small offices. We have private one-person offices, and then we have offices for 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So we do offer a lot of flexibility in terms of what people need. And like we said, you can always upgrade, downgrade. You know, if you are a business owner and you have a private office, but you have, you know, someone that's going to come visit you for the day, you can buy them a $25 day pass and they can come visit with you and they can use the space the whole time and all that. So,
I think a big principle in there that I'm hearing, that even if there's something that's not quite on this list, your business might have a need that doesn't quite fit one of these boxes, but I know that this team is going to take care of you, because that's what it's all about. And just customizing it and making sure that you're winning, because it is a lot more than just a space. It's about seeing businesses thrive and go. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we have seen that a lot, where the flexibility that's offered has given people more opportunities for success, because like Chris was saying, there's not the big overhead costs and there's not huge commitment involved that can be scary when you're an entrepreneur or a small business owner. So yeah, I think that's a great point.
And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking none of these really fit. What should I do?
Honestly, we would say come talk to us. We can help you figure out a plan that works for you. And we also like to say to people, start small, and if you need to work up, you can work up. You know, if you want to try for a day and see if you need a cafe plan later on. So we just encourage people to kind of try out the space. And we really think that when they come in and they realize, like Chris was saying, how productive they can be in the space and how the space can really cultivate advancement and growth, I think they really enjoy coming into the space.
Beautiful.
So,
Nikki, could you bring your face back? We have a couple, at least one question chiming in. And again, if you're watching this, please leave your questions on the Coworking Station Facebook Live event. That's where we're checking. And if you're leaving a question somewhere else, we will not check it. So make sure you're going and liking the Coworking Station page, and then finding this live event where all of us beautiful people are, and you can ask your questions there. So a question from Christina Mayer, I'm guessing that's how we pronounce it. Christina, hi, welcome, glad you're here. Her question is, can you bring monitors and such for a designated desk? So how much of your stuff can you bring and set up on your designated piece?
Yep, you can bring anything you need. You can bring monitors, you can bring as many cords as you need, you can bring a mouse, you can bring, I mean, really anything that would
your own plant, a stuffed animal.
Yep, yeah, I mean, seriously, we have people that in our upstairs right now that have plants on their desk, and they have kind of customized their little corner. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah, we want to make sure it's a place where people feel like it's not just a desk, it's their desk.
Yeah. You know? How about pets? This is a big question. Like if someone's bringing their dog to work, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, so we have had a member who has a small dog who has brought him in a few times, but we haven't had many members ask. We have played with the idea of a dog day at work. But obviously the stipulations would be you have to have a nice
bring your
dog.
Fur baby to work. Yeah.
Yes, and you just have to have a nice dog. But yeah, we love animals, and I think in the big space it's going to be a little different too, because we'll have more room and people with private offices and things. So
one of the things that I note here, and I think it's so great that, and it's too bad you guys are so darn far away from where I am, but that you're kind of in this sweet spot where you're far enough along that you're established, you know what you're doing, but it's still young enough that you can, if you want to do a doggy day, what the hell, build it into what you're doing. So you got the consistency and the stability of a business that's been around, and at the same time, you're still young enough that you can grow with you. And I think
I agree. And I think we want it to be an environment that feels, like I was saying, we want it to be fun, and we don't want it to feel like you're going into a corporate office, because you're not. And so we want your personality and your character to kind of come through in that as well.
Yes. Yeah, when I'm hearing this co-creative, that the people in the space are just as much a part of shaping the trajectory as anything else. Nikki, thank you. Thank you so much for everything. And I know we're bringing Chris back on. Dave, what you got?
Yeah, Nikki, before you go, I really look forward to working with you. We're going to do an event in a couple of weeks with you guys, a co-working event with the town people, some of you people, figuring out what comes next and how to get people transitioned in. So we look forward. Thank you for the opportunity to co-host that event with you, and we really look forward to working with you. I'm going to bring my dog, by the way. Just
perfect. Yeah, do it.
Honey Bear's a nice dog. This is good.
That's great. Well, thank you very much. I'm going to let Chris come back on now.
All right. Thanks, Nikki. Chris, land the plane for us. Where do we go from here?
Well, you do, Chris. I'll tell you, you got some great people. I mean, the people renting from you are as good as the people they're renting from. You got yourself it's amazing.
Right.
Yeah, no, we have a great community, as well as, our employees are top notch. Hiring is where we started. We started as a recruiting company, so we got pretty good at that, actually. And we make that, kind of one of the pillars of our practice here is just making sure we
I'd say.
hire really good, high quality people, and can't go wrong if you do that.
Yeah, but you've outdone yourself with these two. I don't know about the rest of the people that you've hired. I'm sure they're great too, but these two are absolute rock stars. So do whatever you can to keep them, even when Ashley has her baby. You better find a way, brother.
That's right. Oh, don't worry. We've got a plan.
All right. Good. All right. Where do we go from here?
Sure. So as I mentioned up top, we're looking at moving in October of 2020 is our target move-in date. So right now we are, just opening up the pre-leasing today for the people that are attending this Facebook Live event. So we do have a special offer for anyone that is part of this Facebook Live event. We will give a 1 month's free membership off of your membership if you sign up before the end of the month. So as long as you have a signed agreement before May 31st, you will have a free month's rent, no matter whether it's, the cafe space or you're renting that big corner office, you're still getting a free month.
Ooh, that's juicy, man. That's nice. That's a beauty.
So, we want to encourage people to kind of act now. It is a first come, first served basis. So if you want that primo spot, don't wait too long, it might be gone.
Yeah, I love it. That's great. Make sure any questions, this is the time to ask them. So just be hopping back on. Thank you, Basil, for the comment. Just said yay. So I like yay. Yay is good. Yeah, what else do we got, Chris?
Sure. So I was just going to share my screen again real quick here. If you are interested in an office, definitely reach out to us. Let us know. Nikki, who was just talking, she's going to be your point of contact for that. So to secure an office, basically you have to have a signed membership agreement, 1 month security deposit, and then you're good to go. So if you are interested, call us. 919-335-5739 is the number. Nikki's email address is on the screen there. That's Nikki@coworkingstation.com.
Yeah.
Happy to talk to you. And then if you just want to talk more about it, you want to learn more, come on in, let us know, schedule an appointment. With this whole COVID thing going on, we're being a little bit more careful, and we don't want you all showing up at once, but contact us in advance and we'll set up a time to stop by, walk everything through it with you, and get ready.
So people can come in and view the space and kind of figure out where they would want to be. They can safely do that between now and the 31st when they're signing their first agreement.
That's right. Yeah, as long as you get us some advance notice. If you can, please don't show up unannounced, would be our preference. But as long as you give us some notice, we'll make sure we have the space in the right condition and everything set up so you can walk through.
All right. So those, when they call that number, is that also Nikki?
That is our main line. So Nikki may answer, Ashley may answer, maybe me, but probably not. One of those.
I hope it's them too. I really do.
You're in better hands with them.
Right.
I just think, again, thinking along the lines of entrepreneurs, there is so much uncertainty, and people think, well, maybe I'd like to do it, maybe I don't want to do it, and I don't want to commit, but at the same time, I don't want to miss out. What do you say to those people?
Sure. I mean, I can't state enough the benefits of being around other business leaders and other entrepreneurs, and what that can do for your company. If you got your own private office and you're siloed by yourself, you're working from home by yourself, there's only so much inspiration and motivation you can get from that environment. I really do think you will, there's a cost to being co-working, but you will see that cost return to you and more by being in this environment where you can be bumping in, networking with people that are becoming your customers, that are bringing revenue into your company, and then it just inspires you to work more and harder. And then on top of that, you don't want to be dealing with, plunging a toilet. You don't want to be fixing a printer. You don't want it when your internet goes out.
That's huge.
You can stay more focused on what you do best and leave the rest of that to us.
Huge. Well, and I would say from my experience in different co-working spaces around, when you find the right environment like this, you said it was a cost associated. I call it an investment. You're investing in the future of your company, you're networking, you're out there, and you're making your business more and more official. Like at some point, you become a real business and you get an office you can bring people to, and not just your living room and not just having to meet at the Starbucks. So to me, it's a beautiful investment in your company as well. And I just really applaud what you guys are doing. One question from Christina, well, a comment that has, could you show the prices again, please? If you could bring up the prices sheet.
Happy to do that in 1 second.
All right. And while Chris is doing that, oh, no, it looks like he's got it pretty close here.
There we go.
There we go. So
Yeah.
this is the price sheet, and again, customizable to how you need it from what I'm hearing, which I think is just beautiful. And I thank you guys for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's our pricing. The office spaces are going to vary a little bit. They're starting at those rates that you see on the screen. But obviously, the bigger the office, a little bit more price for that. But
Sure.
let us know. We're happy to walk through all your options. Like I said, there's 41 different office spaces. So can kind of show you all the different ones, all the different options, and all the associated pricing with that.
Right. And there's going to be something that fits you.
That's right.
All right. Well, a couple things that Dave and I want to say. We're so thankful. Thank you. This has been a real honor to be on this piece with you and getting to be a part of this virtual launch event. I think is just so, so beautiful. And we want to offer to your entrepreneurs and to the people that are connected with you, because we just love Chris and we love the team and we love what Coworking Station is doing. Dave and I, we help businesses amplify their impact, and we love doing it. We're obsessed with it. And we want to offer, if there's anybody here that would love to hop on a 15, 30-minute call with us just to talk about, we'll give it to you for free, and just to help you get to where you're going. We would love to do it, because we know the types of people that are associated with Chris and Nikki and Ashley are the types of people we want to talk to. So love to help in whatever ways we can. And we're here for you guys. Dave, anything else you want to?
I really feel like you welcomed us into your family.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're just extending that family more to our family, to yours. So any ways that we can help, we'll do it. And I'm sure we'll see more of each other, but any ways that we can be of service to you and your constituents, we're happy to find a way to do that.
Yeah.
No, we appreciate that so much. It's great to talk to other entrepreneurs and people that are passionate about the things that we're passionate about. So we're more than happy to have you as part of the Coworking family, and really looking forward to doing some fun stuff with you guys in the future.
I want to get my decoder ring. I want my secret coworker.
Oh yeah, like a way that we could get in with a little ring. Yeah.
It didn't arrive yet. I put it in the mail. I don't know. I mean, check your mail.
Coronavirus. Yeah. And save the date, everyone. We are going to be doing a roundtable virtual event with different members of the Holly Springs community, different leaders, just talking about the future of business and what's relevant and what's going on for entrepreneurs. That is going to be May 28th. It'll be a lunchtime event. So just save that. We'll be sharing it on all of our networks and letting you know who the panelists will be shortly as well. And get in touch with Nikki. That's the big one. Get in touch with Nikki. Just reach out, tour the space, call. And I look forward to getting in there and seeing what types of people end up in there. So that's beautiful. Anything else you want to say, Chris?
Well, I just want to say thank you to you guys. I really appreciate you guys hosting this and taking the time out of your day. I know we kind of threw this all together at the last minute, but it's awesome. Love having you guys be part of this. And then just, to our fellow members out there and prospective members, thank you as well. We have such a great community. We're looking forward to opening up the space and getting to know more of you guys. So please don't hesitate to contact us. Very low pressure. If you just want to talk, let us know. We're happy to walk through all the details.
Perfect.
And let you know what your options are.
Okay, where's Nikki and Ashley? We need to say bye here.
Come on.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you. You two have been wonderful. Been great getting to know you. And good luck with your pregnancy.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.